taking off of his shirt. This man was voted one of the sexiest men alive, not by GQ South Africa, but by People magazine. As the tush push took over the NFL, it was his tush that was getting pushed. Super Bowl champ and podcaster Jason Kelce in the house.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Now, I have known this guy for years. And to see you go from, I don't think anybody knows who I am, to I launch a podcast, to I win a Super Bowl and I'm wearing the Mummers Day parade, to now, you're it, bro. People are lining up and they want to, I just want to say as a friend, I'm proud of you.
You were there for the come up, yeah.
And you deserve everything, bro. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it started out when you pulled that prank on me over with, so yeah.
You did that to him?
Dude, yeah.
We did. We told him that we had a jersey signed by everybody, and we had an actress spill red wine all over
They said they had Jerry Rice on it. I should have known something.
And then when we went up there and said what happened, she went, he pushed me. And he, as a good guy, went, yeah. Like, he took it, bro.
I'm like
he
sitting here, I'm like, she's really doing this to me right here. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want her to get fired. I'm just going to roll with the punches on this.
So you're retired now, right?
Pro Bowl this year.
Congratulations, Super Bowl. Growing up, was there, I asked this question because me and my brother always had competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I mean like really competitions. Fighting. So,
yes.
Seriously?
Over basketball.
Give us the story. I
was the older brother. So I was always the bigger one. I was winning most of the competitions growing up. And I was a junior in high school. Trav was a freshman, and he had just gotten to be taller than me. He was always more athletic, but I was ahead of him. So he had just hit puberty.
So he was feeling himself.
He's feeling himself, and I'm getting pissed off that he's feeling himself.
Right.
We're out in the backyard, and he starts just driving and doing this stupid little hook shot over like his shoulder. It wasn't a hook shot, but like a driving like little, whatever that's called. And he is making it every single time, and I can't do anything to stop it. So, of course, I resort to fouling him. The only way I know how to stop it. And he says, that's bullshit, that's a foul. And I'm like, I don't see any refs out here. I don't see anybody calling it. He picks the ball up, throws it at me, goes in the house. I'm like, this mother, you just throw this ball at me? So I go in there, I grab him on the shoulder, and I punch him. And listen, we would fight all the time. This is the second time I'd ever punched him. I don't know how I got that heated. Punched him in the face, and every time before that, in the face.
Damn.
And every time before that, he would cry or whatever. He took this punch, scooped me up off my feet, and slammed me on the kitchen floor so hard the oven got knocked off the rack, like what it was sitting on the tracks.
Yeah.
I get up. We're in a full-on fist fight.
Wow.
Dad comes behind me to break it up, grabs me. Travis pushes me back on top of Dad, and the only thing that stopped the fight was my dad screaming, my ribs! And we thought that we had hurt him, so we snapped out of it. But that's the last time we ever got in a fight.
Really?
Last fight we've ever been in. We were competitive in everything, and he was. You always knew at every level he was another level of athlete. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say something that people don't understand. You see those moments that he's talking about? That's what made me who I am. And it only takes...
I was going to say, he has a hard time reasoning with people because he was raised in a home where like bull is not accepted and suck it up. And I can tell that you were raised in a similar situation.
Oh, for sure.
This story right here, you see my eyes? That's a beautiful
You were like reminiscing.
Because right now you got Earthling saying they shouldn't have did that, but look at who they are.
Yeah.
Pro Bowler. Brothers in the what? Fourth Super Bowl?
Fourth Super Bowl in 5 years,
Yeah.
Things that you go through toughen you up. Like, everybody thinks the locker room is supposed to be like this. I don't want a bunch of guys like this in my locker room. I want some guys in my locker room. So, what's your prediction? I know you're gonna say it's your brother. You think it's gonna be a landslide? You think it's gonna be tough?
Well, I don't think it'll be a landslide. I think both of these teams are the pinnacle of what the NFL has had for the last 4 or 5 years. Chiefs even longer. They played in this game together, so they both have experience in it. I'm trying to not do a prediction because I don't want to put that juju out there for Trav. But I think the Chiefs have been through a lot. They've been through a lot of adversity, and they've had to overcome that. You see how tight they are and how much they've come together. So I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm obviously pulling for the Chiefs. It's going to be a great game to represent the league. It really is.
How nervous are you about this speech?
What speech?
The best man speech.
I didn't know if you were going retirement there. If you were,
It's going to be Travis and Taylor, right?
Bro,
Man, everyone's going to be focused, bro. You got to.
don't rush them to get married.
No, I just wanted to set him up because I knew he was going to be like, what the hell are you talking about?
I didn't know if you were going retirement or best man.
My question for you is, did you know what fame was?
No.
What did you learn about fame?
I don't know that I've learned. I've learned that it's crazy what it opens up, and it's
big
amazing.
Oh, grab one.
Shaquille style.
American
Grab some
cheese, no
fries.
pickles.
Okay. Thank you,
It's,
sir.
And it's free because I know the owner.
Hey, if it's free, it's for me.
Thank you.
It's crazy what it opens up, opportunity-wise. It's crazy to feel how much joy you bring people, or how much you affect, people's daily lives. It's also incredibly, it has its drawbacks for sure. I mean, you know way more than I do, and Travis knows way more than I. I mean, he had to completely move out of his house, right?
What people were like coming
Paparazzi,
by?
yeah, people just staying by his house. Yeah, I mean, safety reasons.
Wow.
In the first day he moved into the new house,
They knew where he was already.
a gated community. Somebody knocks on the back door, a window of the house. So
Because I know how low key y'all are.
Yeah.
Like I remember when you guys had that charity fashion show,
Yeah.
and it was just all of the boys that you grew up with.
everybody from Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, and that's the crew.
yeah.
So there had to be some growing pains with all that stuff.
Yeah, we're still learning. And Travis, I mean, it's so. Listen, we've always been big in the football world, right? Travis especially, the Taylor world and the pop culture world. That's a whole different level. Like you're in a different. It's just an added level of. It's a new demographic that wasn't there before.
So if okay, go.
The key is to stay righteous.
Yeah,
Like, for example, people take pictures of me all the time. They ain't doing
yeah,
right? So a lot of times they take the pictures because one, they're trying to up their Instagram or whatever.
yeah.
They're trying to sell a story.
Sure.
Like, so just, I've been watching you and your brother a long time. I could tell you some good, wholesome people. Just tell them, try not to wear, always keep your head on the swivel now. Because, be some crazy, but don't, like, if you're not doing nothing, there's nothing to hide.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, like when I go out, go and take a picture. Like, one time I was coming out and they took a picture. I was like, I'm not married, so. You can't.
I'm good.
You see what I'm saying? Growing up, we put Hellman's on the sandwich or Miracle Whip. I'm a Hellman's guy.
Hellman's. We never did the Miracle Whip. I still don't know what Miracle Whip is, to be honest with you.
I did it one time by accident.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Hellman's guy all the way. So shout out to Hellman. Shout out to Big Chickens.
Travis not a
you
Hellman's
with
guy.
Papa John's too, ain't you?
Yes.
Shout out to
Hey,
Papa John's.
this is
Yeah,
Papa now.
All right, good Papa gone.
I had a question in terms of you say this to me all the time. You say you're one of those cool white guys. You're not trying too hard. You and Travis are so different in the type of white guy.
And the type of white guy. All right.
Travis is I have 17 different pairs of fresh J's. You are, I want flip-flops.
Yeah.
In you're wearing them right now.
Yeah.
Did he take after mom? You took after dad? Like,
No, I think Travis, first of all, he played basketball. So he always loved basketball shoes and he always liked like basketball cultural things, right? So I think he was always big into all that stuff. I didn't play basketball. I played hockey and lacrosse, and like it was just a different demographic.
yeah.
And I think Trav and I both are the same in the sense that we just do what we want. What we like, we're real. We're just trying to be ourselves. So I don't know that, the stuff that he enjoys, I might not enjoy. Like he likes to go to the club. I want to go to a lounge. I want to be able to talk to people. I like talking to people.
Yeah.
Trav is trying to dance, right? I think
He really is.
yeah, like you
He
see
really
it in the
is.
end zone. That's his game. And I think
Well,
but
no,
at
you
the
got
same
some
time,
rhythm too.
yeah, no doubt. But at the same time, we're very, very similar. Like I think that the material things are different, but as people, we're integrity driven. We're honest. We're ourselves, and so there's a lot of similarities from that regard.
Do you think championships are like I asked that question because from champion to champion, I know what it's like to win NBA title. What's it like to win the Super Bowl? Do you think it's similar? The feeling?
There's so many
is it the
more
feeling or-
people. Well, I don't. What do I know?
Yeah. It's like,
Why am I being?
Well, I don't know what it's like to win a basketball championship, but I think it's probably similar. I mean, you're on top of the world, and you've done it with a group of guys that any championship team, if you go that far, is going to develop an insane bond. And when you have that piece of hardware, it's entrenched forever. You know what I mean? Like that team is entrenched. I'll tell you from both sides, from my perspective, I've won it myself, and I've seen my brother win it, and I've lost it myself. Winning it, I mean, the people that make the movies are very good.
yeah, they are.
I still remember the last play of the game. Tom Brady goes back, he throws a pass, Hail Mary, and it literally felt like that entire Minnesota stadium was silent.
Oh man,
And the ball felt like it was hanging up there forever.
I was
And
there.
it drops,
me too.
and you realize you're a world champion. And everything you're looking back to, like everything you had to do to get there, everything that
Did you cry?
yes, I almost crying right now thinking about it, but
Do it.
no.
I didn't cry, but somebody poked me in my eye.
Yeah. Little tear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you think it's more of an intrinsic. When you win it, you're thinking, man, everything happened in like flashes, in an instant in your head.
Yeah.
And you're like, and it's a very visceral, emotional moment. And then you start thinking about your teammates and everybody around you, and you see your coach, and it's a very big deal.
And your mom's there, and then you see
then
your
family,
wife, and
my brother, he was there.
Oh
so
man.
when your brother wins it, it's a very different feeling because you're so immensely happy for someone that you love, and it's a very external happiness, and it's hard to explain, but it's a different level. Losing a Super Bowl, probably one of the worst things. Highly don't recommend doing that. It sucks. Losing a champion, going all that way,
And playing
like
so
I said,
well.
when you win it, you have it cemented.
Yes.
When you go all that way and you lose it, it's like,
Yes.
we're so
trust me.
fucking close.
He was
and-
just talking about the Pistons series.
Yeah, the Pistons
Yeah.
series.
yeah.
Two-part question. I know the love you have for your brother, and people should love their brother.
Yeah.
You have one, he has three. Has he ever tried to big boy you?
He's
Playfully,
two. He
of
has
course.
two.
Well,
Yes, he
going
has
for
two.
three.
He's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, has he ever tried to like big boy you? Playfully?
In
and
Campbell's
I think-
soup
respectfully.
commercials, he
I
has.
think if I ever tried to, like, rib him, I think he would do it. But I think
I mean, again,
he's already
love.
he's already so ahead of me. Like he's gonna flash his rings, then he's gonna show his stats, then he's gonna he's got more Pro Bowls, All Pros.
He's like, by the way, I'm the most famous person.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna go down in history as probably. I mean, no offense to all the other tight ends and Tony and Gronk. I mean, he's up there for the greatest ever. I've been very good at center. I don't think that I am in the conversation for greatest center ever. And it's a different position too, where you can name.
That's not for you to
10
say. I'm not saying you are. Fuck all that you're talking about right now. I'm saying you are. You're great. You're great all
I
that. Yes,
appreciate
I'm
it.
that.
Well, you're actually part of like the offensive lineman era where there are analytics where you can actually
I've
compare.
been very lucky. No, seriously.
No, I need you.
Loves analytics.
No, I'm an Eagles fan, and he is capable of doing things that other centers from other eras are not capable
And
of.
that's why I say he's a legend.
He had a faster 10-yard split than most running backs. Like I used to watch footage of him outrunning running backs down the field.
What's the 10-yard split?
So when you run the 40-yard dash, the 10 yards, the first 10 really show how explosive you are. Like yours would have been awful.
Long strides.
But it is crazy to think about Travis's career where like he was with Alex Smith. He was a really, really good tight end. And now Tony
Well, Pat's-
Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp, Kellen Winslow, like he's passed? Wow. All right, I'm going to try some of the big chicken with this.
Over here?
Hellman's.
Hellman's.
Help me.
I think there's a business partnership here. So I've seen Shaq recently get a lot of people involved in Reebok.
Reebok. When I first came into the NFL, that was the
That was the jersey.
that was the primary